Hello gorgeous! So today is Simpsons Sunday, which means I get to talk about Simpsons on a Sunday. Today I thought I'd just talk about how I found this wonderful show. I have a very unique story. No, I don't. It's not a unique story. It's pretty much the same as everyone else's story. I feel like when you find your TV show, your favorite TV show, you always have like this really cool story behind it. I guess I kind of have a cool story behind it, but I don't know. Let me just tell you it. Cast back to when I was very, very young. And by very young, I think I was about 4, and I remember this memory. My parents would always scroll through the channels and they'd find Simpsons, and I just would not let them not watch it. I didn't actually like watch it or enjoy it or anything. I just enjoyed the pretty colours. But the first episode I remember watching was Bart gets hit by a car. And I remember that episode very clearly, and then when I found it I was like, my memories have come back. But I wasn't really watching it so much as just looking at the colours. Then one day, me and my family, when I was 10, were at the library. We used to rent videos from the library and watch them and love them. And we were in the adult section, not the like adult section, just the section which is not for children. And I saw Simpsons, remembering the fond memories of the swirling colours, and I said, "Mom, Dad, can we watch The Simpsons?" And after much convincing, we rented a Simpsons video. The first ever Simpsons video I ever watched was Bart Wars. Bart Wars had 4 episodes on it. It had Med the Mob, Dog of Death, Marge Be Not Proud, and The Secret War of Lisa Simpson. So, pretty good episodes to start off with. So naturally, Med the Mob was the first full-length episode I ever watched. And I say it's the first episode I ever watched because the Bart gets hit by a car episode, I think I didn't watch the whole thing of, and the memory of watching it for the first time is very swirly, so I always say Met the Mob. I remember the winning moment for me when I was watching it was the joke when Lisa says, "Oh my god, someone has to go back in for Maggie," and then Homer goes, "Forget Maggie, she's gone." And then I just laughed. And I said, yeah, it was pretty good. And I carried on watching it, and I was so won over by it. I mean, Marge Be Not Proud and The Secret War of Lisa Simpson, very heartwarming episodes. So I watched those, and then I begged my parents to get me DVDs of it for Christmas. And they certainly delivered. They didn't. Santa did. As well as a DVD player, so I spent Christmas morning watching Simpsons, and I continued watching it, and then I started watching it on Channel 4 every single day. It was great. I loved it. One of the best things ever about watching The Simpsons on TV, I watched Who Shot Mr. Burns for the first time on TV, which is like the best thing ever, and so did most people I know. And it was on a Friday, the part 1, and then part 2 was on a Monday, so we had all weekend to speculate who did it, because no one had ever watched it before, because it hadn't aired that much on the UK before then, and this was before it was out on DVD, I think. So yeah, so all my friends speculated in the playground on Monday, like, oh, who is it? I thought it was either Grandpa or Smithers, and I didn't think it was Maggie, but there was a Maggie shot Mr. Burns joke in a future episode which I watched prior to that, so I did kind of know, but for the most part I didn't know, which I thought was cool. Then my dad bought me my first ever season, and then I started buying all the seasons. Then I discovered Simpsons commentaries, and initially I hated them and refused to watch them. Then I watched a couple, then I watched a couple more, and then I got addicted to them. So, you know, like most 12-year-olds, I wasn't going out and playing in the playground. Well, I did occasionally, but rarely. I was watching Simpsons commentary, and I did throughout my whole teen years. And then recently I started getting really into it by reading books and making videos on it. I will always stand by the fact that it is the best, funniest, brilliant, most genius TV show in the world. Whether or not you think it's bad now, and my admiration for it is greater than a lot of things. So yeah, there's my Simpsons story. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you. Bye.